Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the first chapter of Mechanics of Materials by Hibbeler. So the beam DF of crane and column DE have a uniform weight of 50 pounds per foot. So we have information about the weight of each of these boom, and if the hoist and the load weigh 300 pounds, we need to determine the resultant internal loadings in the crane on cross sections through A, B, and C. So we are looking for internal loadings, which as we talked about are the normal force, shear force, and the bending moment. So three internal loadings, and we are in equilibrium. So we're going to use our equilibrium equations for each of them. So let's start with the point A. And basically what we do is we're going to cut on that specific point that we have, and we can consider either the right part of our cut or the left part. So obviously in here, because the right part is way easier, we're going to start with the free body diagram of the right part of this beam, which is basically something like that. We have a 300 pounds force applying on one end, and as I mentioned here, we have three different reactions. We can consider one normal force, we showed with NA. We can do one shear force V, and we can consider one moment or the bending moment at A. We can pick basically whatever direction that we want, and at the end if we get a negative sign, that indicates that our assumption was not correct. Alright, so we're not done yet with the forces and free body diagram because this beam has weight, and we know per each foot of this beam we have 50 pounds. And if we look at this beam, we can see that the beam is 3 feet on this side, which means we need to consider one weight as well. So because the beam is uniform, so the center of gravity would be exactly at the center of this, which will be 1.5 feet from two ends. So that's going to be our force, and the force is going to be 50 times the length, which is 3. So we have 150 pounds force in here too. All right, so that's all the forces that we have for the free body diagram. Again, don't forget the weight. It's very easy to miss this force. So let's go to our equilibrium equation. Sum of all forces in x equals 0. Let's show our x and y in here. So this is going to be the positive for x and y. We can see only NA is in x direction, which means our normal force is 0. So let's do the y equals 0. We're gonna have negative 150, negative 300, and negative VA equals 0. And we can see our VA is 450 pounds. Negative 450 pounds, and this negative sign shows that the correct direction for VA is actually up. So that was our first internal loading second, and the last one is the moment, or the MA. We're going to find the sum of all moments about A, and this has to be also 0. So we have the moment of the weight, which is 150, and we can see that the moment is clockwise, so negative 150 times 1.5. The 300 is also clockwise, so negative 300 times 3, and we have the MA, which we assumed is counterclockwise, so positive. So here our MA would be, it's going to be 900, it's going to be 225, so our moment is going to be 1125 pounds, but or we can report this also as kip. We know one kip is 100 pounds, so 1.125. So these are all the internal loadings for point A. Let's move on to point B. Again, same idea applies here. We have to do our cut this time at B, and we're going to consider the right side of the beam because it's easier. So that's the force on one end. Again, we're going to consider N, this time B. Let's do VB and MB, and again we have the weight of the beam. If we'll get back to the question, the length of the beam from B to F is 3 plus 8 or 11, so it's going to be 5.5 on the distance from the center to each end, and the force will be again 50 this time times 11, which is going to be 550 pounds. All right, so let's move on to our FX. We can see that NB is going to be 0. Let's do sum of all forces in Y. We have negative 300, negative 550, and negative VB, which means our VB is also negative 850 pounds. Again, the negative sign shows that the VB is actually upward. So second and the last one, the moment about, we can do at B again, equals 0. So we have the moment of the weight again, because it's clockwise, it will be negative times 5.5. Same for the 300 clockwise times 11 and plus MB. So the moment about B will be 55 times 55 plus 3300. So yeah, 6325 pound-foot or 6.325 cube foot. And the last point that we have is the point C. And this time we can do our cut right at C. So we can either go with the bottom part or the part that we have above point C. But because we are missing the reaction at E, it makes sense to go with this part of the beam because there is no unknown for us at that point. So we're going to draw the free body diagram for that part of the beam, which will be something like this if we simplify it. So try not to make your free body diagram fancy. As long as you have all the forces, it's good enough. So now we need to show the weight. So if we look at the top part, uh, like here we have the distance from the center or this part of the beam. 2 plus 8 plus 3, so 11 plus 2, 13. So the force in here, which is going to be somewhere in here, it's going to be 50 times 13, and that's going to be the weight. So on each side and from the center here, and from each side, it's going to be 13 divided by 2 or 60 or 6.5 feet. So that's for that. And also we have the weight on this part of the beam. And if you look at it here, we have this rectangle where we have 5 feet. So the center of gravity is again in the middle. So it will be 5 times 50. And you might be asking about this little part, triangle in here. Well, also this part that looks a bit non-uniform in here, but because the question is telling us that the length, the column is also uniform, we can just neglect the effect of those different shapes. So like we simplify the system to what I'm showing in here. And again, we need to show the normal force NC. Let's do this VC and one moment MC. So let's do sum of all forces in X equals 0. Again, nothing in X direction other than VC, which means VC is 0. Sum of all forces in Y equals 0. So we have a negative NC, negative 300, negative 650, negative 250. And this will be equal to 0, and NC is going to be negative. So these two are going to be 900 plus 300. It's going to be negative 1200 pounds or negative 1.2 kip. Again, the negative sign shows that the NC has to be upward. And let's do our moment about C. So we have our MC, which is positive because we assume it's clockwise. We have the moment of the 300 pounds, which is clockwise, so negative 300 times the distance from the center to the end of the beam, which is 13. We have the weight of the beam, 650 times 6.5, and the moment of this force or the weight on the other in this vertical part of the beam, because it passes through the point C, it's not going to make any moment. So we don't have any moment for that one. So MC is basically 65 times 65 plus 3900. So that's going to be 8125 pound-foot or 8.125 kip-foot. And these are going to be the 3 loadings that we have for point C. So yeah, I hope everything was clear. As long as we pick the right part of the section that we're considering, and also watch for all the forces, especially for the weight in this one. We should be good to go. And let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.